Good afternoon, everyone. It is Friday. Good Friday. So, been a while since I made a video again. I got in the field today. We're doing some dirt work, fixing some ditches from just torrential rainfall we had a year ago. I just got started again. Actually, was thinking about making this video and broke front wheel off tractor. If I can figure it out, I'll get a picture of it. Might be in the comments or something, but see what I can do. So what we're doing, I'll see if we can do this. We got the 4240 and the dozer, and we're working on these ditches here. We're trying to get her loosened up. I got my dad's double offset John Deere disc on the back here. We're loosening some ground up so we can push her in and try and get this slope so it'll hold. I know right in here it's pretty deep. That'll be almost impossible to get that to farm through. But I'm working on, there's 80 acres in this field. It's the same field here a while back. Oh, I think I did a video about moving cows into this field. So I rent this ground, but no, we had last year, like most everybody, had a lot of rain. For me, excuse me, I'm one-handed, so if this gets too busy, bouncing around, zooming in on my nose, all that good stuff. So I'm doing a couple things at once here. I'll get some video maybe. But oh, she's pushing. But so it's finally dry enough I can work on this. I'd have loved to have done it last fall, planted wheat or rye or triticale or something in here to help hold it. But we'll get her done eventually. This field will go to soybeans. It has not been burned down yet, which as soon as I get this dirt work done, I got this field and one more I really got to get done. And of course I get this part of this field done, this field will be done. There's a little bit other than this, but this is a big part of it. So oh, there she's lugged down. Almost wish I had a little more tractor, but you use what you got, and happy I get to use it, because this again isn't my tractor. Mine is still in the shop. It should be done any day. I sent the pump off, injection pump off. They're gonna go through it. There's nothing wrong with it. I actually just wanted it turned up, but since I got it off doing that, I just will overhaul it. I mean, it does have 7,000 hours on it, so it could use some work. That's not unjustifiable. So pull this old girl down and push some dirt. No, it started working really well. A couple weeks ago I tried it, it just was too wet. I couldn't get the dirt to push. Couldn't get it to slide or do anything, excuse me. But last couple days it's been working pretty good. I changed oil on this tractor before I started doing this. And I've been off and on, a couple hours here, 3 hours there. Today's my big day. I'm gonna hope to get 8 hours in yet. Of course I'm gonna have to quit here sometime and go check cows and run water. So I should maybe do a video of that when I get down there, or maybe tomorrow I get some time. We pulled an old well. I had a guy come help me and we put a submersible in it. I'm pumping water. I don't have the whole water at the moment, so it's kind of a nice relief and change. So that helps a lot on time. I was taking 2 to 3 hours a day just to haul water every day to them cows. So, not having to do that has made a big difference. So, in what I can get done in a day. So, again, I started talking about it. I want to get this done on the corner. My wife and I own a couple miles from here. I want to go over there and run through the ditches on it, finish them off, clean them up. So there we put the disc in. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. doing some work there, getting things loosened up so we can mush it over and hopefully get that hole leveled out so the water will run in a wide path. It's going to run there. I mean, that's actually a name correct. Get her widened out so it runs in an 8 or 10 foot channel instead of a 3 foot channel. At least then maybe I know, farming through it's going to be risky to even, get anything to grow in there. But if I can drive through it, without having to turn around and that little 2 acre patch on the other side or something, if I can get so I can drive through it, I'll be happy. That'll make a huge difference. Sorry, you probably got a nice looking cross right there. But, so nope, just doing some dirt work. We're hoping, I got parts ordered for the corn planter. I got it up the other day and checked it over and see what we needed, ordered parts. Hopefully next week this time, well, we'll see. See how it goes. This is kind of dumb, but I got a little thing. I don't like starting a project on a Friday. Because the old wives' tale I was told one day was start something on a Friday, you never get done. And it seems if I do, of course I pay attention now, but if I start a project on Friday, I think breakdowns and drug out and what a mess. So the goal is to start planting corn on Thursday, and if that doesn't happen, we'll go to Saturday. I got enough other things to do, it ain't gonna be that big a deal. And all in all, one day probably won't hurt nothing, so, and getting things done, so. But we're starting to get this where I want to get it. The other side, there's a corner across the highway, which we're down in a hole a long ways from it. We can't see it from here. I got it in good shape. Pretty well was done with it last night. I did some work this morning, finished her up. So I want to get this one done, and I want to get over closer to my house. I need to drill some oats and switchgrass for a neighbor. Him and I are going to start doing some work together on some cows. And, I've been putting up some grass hay on him for shares. And we're just going to plant about 5 acres of little patches he was farming into hay ground. So I want to get that done before it rains. It's supposed to rain tomorrow night. Snow Sunday. So I want to get a bunch of work before that done. I know my lovely bride is on me that I need to get some honeydews done at home, but most of those can make it till a rainy day or even Monday. Heck, I think by Tuesday it's supposed to be warm back up. Yesterday and today were a little cooler. I think it's probably in the mid 50s here today. It was 80 on Tuesday. It was 80 on Monday. But I think tomorrow we're supposed to be in the 70s. So we might get some thunderstorms tomorrow night. We did have thunder already this year, which is kind of early, but it happens. So we'll see what happens there. But nope, we'll work on those. That's the honeydews and stuff on Monday and Tuesday. And I got a few other odds and ends I need to do. I need to get the corn planter going through. I need to go get a disc I bought last fall. I bought it from my uncle. It's about 100 miles away where he lives at. I need to go get it home because I need to use it down in Kansas because we are in Nebraska. I need to use it in Kansas on some, it was Milo last year. But it's a sore subject. I can laugh about it a little bit, but it still bothers me. Planted this Milo last year, trying to save some money on cost instead of planting corn. And because Milo seed is substantially cheaper than corn seed, not even close. And or grain sorghum, if you didn't know, Milo, grain sorghum are interchangeable. Milo you cannot use Roundup herbicide on. So we had Shatter King, which is in the same family as Milo. So most of the herbicides we would use to control a grassy weed don't work because Milo is a grass. So Sorry, I'm going around the curve here watching what I'm doing. I'll keep talking, you can watch me too. So if I had corn, we could have used Roundup, kill the shatter cane. Well, that wasn't an option on the Milo, so I borrowed a cultivator from a neighbor, and we went and cultivated, tried to cultivate the shatter cane out. Of course, you can't tell the Milo from the shatter cane until they grow up a little ways. The shatter cane will get 6 foot tall, and the Milo stays 3 foot tall. But so there were spots you couldn't see the row where I had planted, so we kind of guessed where we were at. Hoped for the best. It turned into a disaster, but because I cultivated that ground, it has now got ridges in it. And I want to go get that disc because I'm a big no-till guy, I really am. But I'm going to disc that field, that 90 acres, before I plant it to get rid of those ridges. Because otherwise it's just unbearable to go across it. I still got cows and calves on it. If you got to tag a calf on there, it's miserable. Everything's flying around to pick up across the bumps, and it is terrible. So I'm getting along here pretty good. I'm hoping another hour or so I can be done on this field. I want to take this tractor and disc back to my building, which is 3 miles away or so, and then I'll go down and check cows, and my drill's down there, so I'll pull it back on the pickup. We'll get it ready. I'd like to take the tractor drill home tonight, is my plan, so it's halfway to my field where I gotta go tomorrow, and get it done, and then bring everything back and hook the disc back up, see if we can fix some more ditches. So, I'll just try and keep you. I don't know if you guys are seeing this or not. Let me know if the video's okay. Of course, it'll be too late by then. But, just working things over, trying to get her leveled out so we can get this worked over. We'll see what happens. We got a few big things in the works. They get a little more formalized, finalized, I'll fill you guys in. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment and let me know what you think.